In the month of November, my portfolio went over £11,000. I received dividends from 4 companies, and I received more dividends than last month. I'm going to show you what I got paid and give you a brief overview of the portfolio. Let's get into the video. So the first dividend I received was on the 3rd of November from British American Tobacco. BAT is a British multinational company that manufactures and sells cigarettes, tobacco, and other nicotine products. BAT is the largest tobacco company in the world based on net sales. They have struggled over the last 12 months, down roughly 26%. This is a mix of slightly lower than expected results and the general decline in the tobacco industry due to government regulation and public sentiment moving away from smoking cigarettes. I do believe this company will perform okay in the future, but I think with the move away from smoking cigarettes and the move more towards e-cigarettes and vaping, BAT will need to make major moves in order to stay relevant. Just to take a quick look at my position, we can see that my average price per share is sitting at £30.03, and I'm currently down 16.5%. I haven't added anything to this position since July, when I bought 1 share at a price of £25.65. I've been waiting for any news to come out to give me an indication of another price move, but with the recent announcement that cigarette prices in the UK will be going up again, I expect that the price is going to continue on its path down. So although I won't want to sell into this loss, I don't think I'll be buying any more at these prices. The dividend yield is quite high, being at 9%. I own 32 shares at a total price of £802.08, and with those 32 shares, I was paid £18.47. On the 15th of November, I received a dividend from Realty Income. This is a monthly dividend payer, so we'll be seeing this every month. Realty Income is an American real estate investment trust that invests in commercial real estate and has tenants such as B&Q and Tesco here in the UK, and some other big names in the US. The price is currently sitting at $54.60 and has had an amazing recovery this month, up 9%. This time last month when I received my dividend, my position was down 16%, but now it is only down 10%. I believe this stock is still undervalued, and I'll be adding more to this position. It is currently 13% of my portfolio. Due to recent news of the interest rates being stalled and a new positive outlook for the US economy, Realty Income has seen some alleviated pressure and the stock has gone up. But I'm sure this won't be the end of the bearish outlook on this company until interest rates start to come down again. But Realty Income is in a really strong position to get through these current economic conditions. I have over £1,500 invested in this position, and when the price does recover, it will be my biggest position by far. The current dividend yield is 6.27%, and with my 31.5 shares, I received £5.56 from Realty Income this month. On the 16th of November, I received my first ever dividend from Apple. We all know Apple. I mean, you're probably watching this video on Apple right now. Are you? Let me know down in the comments if you're using an Apple device. So Apple has had an amazing run this year, up 52%. I did an analysis on Apple and the Magnificent 7 in my last video where I discussed if they are worth buying at these prices. Apple is at the forefront of consumer tech. They have a market share of over 50% in the US and nearly 20% across the world. Although there has been a lot of bad news surrounding China and their crackdown on iPhone usage, this only accounts for a small percentage of Apple's China market, and even a smaller percentage of their global market. They have a new product coming out soon, which is the Apple Vision Pros, those space goggle things. And although these are out of the reach of the regular consumer, if they are a hit, and I expect them to be, then this will boost Apple's sales and in turn boost their stock price. Now, Apple has a 0.5% dividend yield, which is quite low, but they do raise this by around 5 to 10% yearly. So your yield on cost should increase over time. I own just over 3 shares of Apple for a total price of £475.63. And with those 3 shares, I was paid 52p. This is my dividend tracking spreadsheet, which I use to track the holdings I have in terms of price and dividends received. There are also other features, such as the Future Dividends and Portfolio Calculator and the Live Off Dividends date. I update the spreadsheet on a monthly basis, so it includes any changes I make, and also you can see my portfolio in depth. There will soon be a new, cleaner update for you all, and this will also be available on Google Sheets. It's just taking a bit longer than I expected to get a finished product that I'm happy with. You can download this on my website for free through the link in the description if you want to try it out. The final dividend I received was from Tesco on the 24th of November. Tesco is a UK-based supermarket chain. They have the largest market share of any grocery store in the UK, with around 27% of the market, ahead of the competition by a large margin. Tesco has dominated with their branding tactics using the club card, making it almost pointless going into the store without your club card, and by setting up supermarkets in the most advantageous places in major towns around the country. Although the likes of Aldi and Lidl are gaining popularity, Tesco has fought to stay at the top, with other supermarkets like Asda and Sainsbury's falling behind. Tesco stock has performed very well this year, up a massive 22%. I've been very bullish on Tesco for a long time now, and I think they are best positioned to take advantage of the tough economic times that are upon us. I have 147 Tesco shares at a total price of £410 £30.94. And from those 147 shares, I received £5.65. My total dividends I received for the month of November was £30.20. This is slightly higher than the dividends I received 3 months ago, in August, which was £21.58, thus moving my 3-month moving average dividends up to £29.24. You can see that this is not my highest month ever, but the average is slowly creeping up. Looking at the investment dashboard in the top right corner, I have a total return of 5.89%. My total dividends received is now £216.48. You can see here in the average monthly dividends going forward, which is calculated based on my input and average dividend yield, that my dividends should increase by about £2 a month over the next 6 months. So comparing last year's results to the first 3 months of this year, last year I received £128.77, and already in my second year I've received £87.71, and I expect by February next year I would have overtaken my full first year of dividends in the first 6 months of my second year. Looking at the dividends I'll receive in December, I expect to receive the following: £5.57 from Unilever, about £3 from the ETF VWRL, about £5.56 from Realty Income, and about £1.90 from Microsoft. My total dividends for December should be around £16. Last month, I hit my goal of a £10,000 portfolio. Now, I'm just starting on my way to my £20,000 portfolio, which I'll probably hit in about 12 to 14 months' time. The medium-term goal of the portfolio is £100 a month in dividends, which is going to take about 3 years to reach, and a £30,000 portfolio. And the long-term goal of the portfolio is 10 years of investing. I have recently added a new goal, which is going to be making the ETF VWRL a core position of the portfolio. Currently it's sitting at 6%, but I think I want to make it about 25% of the portfolio. But if I'm only adding 1 to 2 shares a month, it's probably going to take me about 3 or 4 years to do that. That is the end of the video. Thank you for watching this far into the video. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. Any suggestions on improvements to the video content or ideas for content going forward, please leave a comment below and I'll give you a reply. Also, you can check out the investment dashboard and the link in the description.